Hey everybody, today we are unboxing the new Tarkir Collector Booster box. This is one of the most anticipated sets. I am highly looking forward to seeing this. I love dragon cards. I love to see what's going to be inside. To be honest, I think this is probably going to be one of the best sets of the year. Please don't come at me too hard in the comments. I know that there's going to be Final Fantasy later on. I know that there's going to be Spider-Man. Like, I know that there's some good stuff coming up, but like for true Magic the Gathering cards, I really think Tarkir is going to be great. Now, just for a little bit of context, Tarkir Dragonstorm is all about powerful dragons, stunning showcase cards, special guests, fetchlands, and maybe even some serialized cards. I'm really hoping to see what we can pull today. So, as always, we have the box. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. Now, there has been a lot of discussion and speculation about what is in the packs. I know that there are some previews of cards that have gone around. We've seen the deck lists from the commander sets, but honestly, it really does look like Tarkir is going to be a set best suited for commander. And given that commander, in my opinion, and what I've seen around, is one of the most popular formats, it kind of makes sense. So, as always, we've got 12 packs, and I, as always, cannot get inside a pack to save my life. So let's see. Now, for some of the treatments that we might find in here, there will be something called Ghostfire cards. That is a treatment that's been inspired by Ugin. Okay, stop talking. Let's see. Okay, so also we're trying out a new style for the video. Do let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to try and hold my hands still for you, but let's go. So we got a soldier. Okay, Talgan. Or Talgam. Here we go. Let's see, can we get this to focus for you a little bit better? Hopefully that is okay. Let's see. A Lotus Light Dancer. Very nice. Zombie Bard Lifelink. Brain stop there for a second. When this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards into your graveyard and then shuffle. Let's see. I think that's a little bit better. There we go. Ooh, Frostcliff Siege. Now, this is an interesting card. These siege cards do allow you to choose one of either of the items that enter. So in this one, it does have a Jeskai option. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Or you can use the Teamer feature, which is creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample and haste. So these are great functional cards for commander. You can put in obviously a blue or a red deck, but it's going to work across the three colors that are in Tarkir for the different commanders. Protector of the Wastes. This is a nice dragon. I have to say, the art on these things are great. Creature flying. When this creature enters or becomes monstrous, exile up to 2 target artifacts or enchantments controlled by different players. That's gonna be awesome. Okay, we got our first Planeswalker. Elspeth Storm Slayer. Legendary. Okay, if one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice as many would be of those tokens would be created instead. Very nice. I could definitely use this in one of my commander decks. I have a Teysa Karlov deck. Okay, so now we're past the top hits. We're into the lands. Now there is a new land, which is a Dragon Eye land, so there will be a Dragon Eye here in the center. Those are probably going to be some of the most sought after basics. Okay, okay. I do love this art treatment. It looks great. Oh, okay, we're going further. Okay, that just looks awesome. Feral Death Gorger. Okay, okay. I can't apparently hold any of these. Mardu. Rite of Renewal. Alchemist Assistant. Anok, Wayfarer, Tranquil Glow. So these, again, those dual lands, white or blue, which when it entered, you gain life. Dispel, Exhale, and Unburied Earth Carver. So that's the first pack. Again, we'll have the editor put the prices up on the screen as we're flipping through. So I don't actually know the value of any of these cards. Not even gonna lie. And of course, prices are going to change as we go with pre-release and then once cards kind of settle. So again, if you do notice prices in this video that look high or look off, just remember this pricing is all related to pre-release time. Now, some of the thing I was saying before was the Ghostfire cards. This set has introduced 10 Ghostfire cards that represent the uniqueness of magic and the spirit of the dragon Ugin. These cards are found only in these collector boosters, and they come in traditional foil and what they're calling hollow foil versions. So let's see if we can find one of those. And of course, the Mox Jasper is the big hit that everybody's looking for. There's some fetch lands like the Misty Rainforest. And hey, if we can get the special guest fetch land, I'd be pretty happy. So let's see. Pack number 2. Spirit token. Okay, so we got the Lotus Light Dancers. Lifelink Zombie Bard. When this creature enters, search your library for a black, green, and blue. Put those cards into your graveyard and then shuffle. I think we already had one of these. Yeah, just different. This one is in foil. Tegan, Master Opportunist. Human Monk with Flurry. So this I don't think I've ever seen before. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it, then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters on it. If it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend. Nice for a little blue deck. Yathin Road Watcher. Enters, you cast, when this creature enters, if you cast it, mill 4 cards. When you do, return target creature card from your mana value 3 or less from the battlefield to your graveyard. With a mana value of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Should probably put that in the right order. That's pretty nice setup for Abzan. I have to say, if out of all of the commander colors, the one I am most looking forward to is Abzan. I'm not really a big blue player, but there's blue literally in every one of the dragon clans. Adaptive Training Post. Nice artifact here. Okay, we've got Ish Key Dragonclaw. I believe she is one of the, this artwork at least I've seen on some of the commander stuff as well. Okay, we got the basic forest. Again, beautiful art treatment on these dragons. Runescale Storm Brood. Oh, maybe I might have to learn to play blue. And then we'll flip through these. Veteran. Now, I believe the only, I'm not sure if it's a common or uncommon, is like a hawk or a moth or something. That's kind of the one that's being talked about as being potentially sought after. So, let's see. Okay. There we go. What are you looking for? Look forward to in this. Okay. Look at the tokens. Even the tokens are stunning. Okay, Nature's Rhythm. Sorcery. Search your library for a creature card with a mana value of X or less. Then put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle with a Harmonize. Very nice. I'm also not too sure about this new design where the whole bottom of it is black. It kind of looks like it's missing, the print just didn't print something that it needed to print, but I don't know. I do find it a little bit easier at times to read this though, but that could just be my failing eyes. Oh, Quarry Mountain Monastery. Very nice. I love, if you've ever been to Japan, like these pagoda style buildings, I think they're called pagoda. I'm probably not called a pagoda, but these style buildings are beautiful, and I have seen them when I've traveled to Japan. Okay, we've got another siege. So again, these sieges are going to be really great commander staples. Not necessarily in every deck. They'll have to be obviously situational, but I could see you using a lot of these siege cards in my commander decks as they are now, even if they're not a dragon specific. So Mardu, if a creature attacking causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Again, this would work really well in one of my decks. The Teysa Karlov one gives me an attack trigger as well as an on-death trigger. And then Jeskai, at the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. It gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. Not bad. Enoch, Strike Leader. Very cool. I'm pretty sure it's a dog riding a cat. Yeah, it is a dog. Dog Warrior. Whenever you attack with this creature and or your commander, for each opponent, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking that player. Sack this creature. Create creature tokens you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Winter Night Stories. Okay, here we go. Here is one of the Dragon Eye lands. It is an island, but damn, does that look cool. I'll set you over there. We can keep an eye on you guys while I'm flipping through these cards. Sagu Wildling. I really love this draconic frame. Twin Maw Storm Brood. And then we're going to just slide through these, see if we can find that hawk. I believe the important thing about the hawk is that the hawk is similar to the heir apparent, where you can have any number of them. I think that's the case. So we still haven't found a Mox Jasper, but again, of course, they're going to be harder to find. I haven't got a special guess yet, but we did get a Dragon Eye basic. Let's see. Soldier. Okay. Whoo-wee. Sarcan, Dragon Ascendant. Whew. Legendary creature. When it enters, you may behold a dragon. If you do, create a treasure token. Whenever a dragon you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarcan. Until end of turn, Sarcan becomes a dragon in addition to its other types and gains flying. Whew, sweet. That is going to be fun. Okay, Mistrise Village. Here is another one of the fancy lands. When it enters, tap for blue. Blue, tap the next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. So that is definitely nice. Serac, the Elusive Hunter. Okay, Bone Devourer. Woohoo. Look at the artwork. But it's a black dragon for 4. This creature enters with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the number of creatures that died this turn. When this creature dies, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Pretty cool. Not sure how. Okay, here we go. We got it. We got Ugin. Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Legendary Planeswalker. Hoo-wee. Very nice to see this one. Okay, I'm gonna set this one over here. I think you guys should all still be able to see it in the frame. Yeah. Got the planes. And some more of the beautiful dragon frames. Boulderborn Dragon. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see some of the art cards. That's gonna be nice. Yeah, the art, honestly, the art for this set is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try the left pile this time. See what we can find. Okay, so we've done less than half the pack. Okay, let's see, we'll flip. Zombie Druid token. Oh, we got in one of the Japanese cards. Very cool. Again, no idea which one this is, but very nice. I'll slide it back here. Clarion Conqueror. Severance Priest. Gold Lust Triad, a 3-headed dragon. Damn, flying with Myriad. Very nice. Sinkhole Surveyor. Land. The dragon frames. I am going to try and kind of start to plow through these a little bit quicker. This is the 6th pack. I have to say, oh, something I didn't mention. This set is officially released on April the 11th, but if you do have the chance to get to a WPN store, you can start pre-releasing it as early as April 4th. So let's see. Ooh, okay. Dalkovian Encampment. This land enters tapped. Okay, this is another one. Whenever you attack this turn, create 2 1/1 red warrior creatures. Tokens that are tapped and attacking, sack them at the beginning of the next end step. Not bad, not bad. Craterhoof Behemoth. This is another card that is sought after. I've heard in the local store a lot of chatter about this card, so I'm curious to see how people are going to use this one. The Warden of the Grove. Ooh, I love this one. Another Hydra, another multi-headed creature. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever another token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Surprise to the card behind. Will of Sulatai, Sorcery. We already got a sneaky peek of this one. Thunder of Unity. I love these lands. Dragon Island Dragon. Airment Dragon. Let's see. Evolving Wilds. Of course there's going to be a holo of the Evolving Wilds. Okay, so we've gone through half the pack. I've set a few cards over here. I'm quite excited about the fact that we did pull Ugin. I'm curious to see what this card is that's in Japanese. And I'm glad I set the Craterhoof Behemoth to the side. Okay. Last half of the pack. Let's see. So here's a warrior token that we've been talking about. Ooh-wee. Ooh, baby. So this is not only is it the fancy dragon border, but it is a mythic. Ureni, the Song of the Unending. Legendary creature, spirit, dragon, flying, protection from white and from black. When it enters, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of lands you control. Ooh, nice. Now there is a card, and I've probably flipped past it, that allows you to bring dragons out for free. It is, I believe, a 6 or a 7 cost to do that, but if you had that and then you were to drop this card for free, by the time obviously you have 6-7 land generation, that could make it pretty nasty, where it's based on X, the damage you're doing, based on the lands you control. Draconologist. Enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant, sorcerer, or dragon, which obviously you're going to have if you're playing dragons, from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom. Untapped dragons you control have hexproof. That's pretty nice. Fangkeeper, Colossal Grave Reaver. Hoo-wee. I love playing black and green. Let's see. Another one of the lands. Okay, here we are. This is stunning. I have to say, I think I much prefer the non-holo version for this than the holo version, but it's still vibrant and it still looks really good. So we got the Riling Dawnbreaker. We got 2. Again, I always love when they give you the foil treatment and then the regular treatment to the same card back to back. I always find that hilarious. Okay. This left column has been pretty good in my opinion. My left pile of packs. Okay. Let's see, what do we have next? And whew, here we go. Dawn of the Abzan. Legendary creature. Whenever Felithar enters or attacks, you may sack a non-land permanent. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That would be fun, especially if you're making a bunch of tokens and sacking those. It could pump this up quite a bit and pump everything else up. Zurgo, Thunder's Decree. This is the Mardu one. Mobilize 2 during your end step. Warrior tokens you control have. This token can't be sacrificed. Ooh. Nature's Rhythm. I think we've seen this one already. Will of Teamer. Okay. Stillness in Motion. Forest. Let's see, what else do we have? I have to say, I am definitely looking forward to this. I'm also looking forward to seeing the Commander decks, and more specifically, what people do with them. Here, I'll ask you, are you planning to run the Commander precons as they are? Are you going to even get a precon? Or are you going to be like the people who choose to run anti-dragon Commander? Let's see if we can fight against them. I'd be really curious in the comments to hear what you are planning to do. Oh my goodness. Steward of the Harvest, Human Druid. Whenever this creature enters, exile up to 3 target lands from a graveyard. Creatures you control have all activated abilities of all land cards exiled with this creature. Dang. Mardu, Death Touch and Haste. Okay, still haven't found anybody serialized. I haven't found that Mox Jasper. I still haven't seen that Hawk. Hopefully, I didn't pass it. If I did, put a note in the comments. Tell me where I made a mistake. Okay. Let's go. Songcrafter Mage. Death Begets Life. Ambling Stormshell. Welcome the Dead. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card, and you lose 2 life. Create X tapped 2/2 zombie druid. They're doing so much with zombies this year. This gives me definitely Avatar era vibes. Just getting ready. Sonic Shrieker. Corroding Dragonstorm. Slide through these. Okay. Okay, now let's go. We got 2 packs left. Let's see what we can find. Okay. So far, not bad. Overall, not great. You can see, did we make back the value of the pack, but I can't. Let's see, where are we going now? Okay, here, Draconologist. This is one of the cards. When this creature enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant sorcery or a dragon card from among them. Put them into your hand. No, this is not the one I was thinking of. We've already seen this card. But it is a very pretty border. Ooh, Rediscover the Way. Beautiful saga. Let's see. Look at the top 3 cards of... These are just so much easier to read. People with old eyes. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. Bad. Unyielding Lineage. Okay. Parapet Thrasher, creature, dragon, flying. Whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to an opponent, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Destroy target artifact that opponent controls. This creature deals 4 damage to each other opponent, or exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Damn. Not bad, not bad. Okay, we got an equipment. I think this is the first equipment that I recall seeing. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has hexproof for mono-colored equipment. Nice. Mountain. And then these we've seen. Oh, I don't think we've seen this one. Storm Shriek Feral. Very nice. I love this. I love the artwork. Okay, we've not hit a Mox Jasper. We have not hit a special guest. But we're on the last pack. Let's go. What do you think we're gonna find? I feel like I can't see that one. Slide it over. Okay, okay. Okay, what do you think? Pause the video. Do a stretch. Get out the excitement, because I am excited. I would stand up and stretch if I could. Okay. Whew. Whew. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Not. New Way Forward and Kishla Village. Okay, so we've had the white. I think we've had the white twice, the red, and the blue. So we've got the green. So we're just looking for the black one. Aslan enters tapped, tap, and Surveil for 2. And United Battlefront. And Canopy Gargantuan. Flying Ward 2. And I don't think we're gonna. Nope. Nope. No serialized. No Mox. That's okay. Not always gonna hit amazing, amazing every time. But I have to say, I'm definitely really excited about this set. I am loving the artwork. I'm loving the abilities that are on these cards. I am truly looking forward to playing this in Commander and seeing what I can do, add, remove. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this. I'm also curious to see how this is going to be drafted. Obviously, you're not drafting collectors. If you were, damn, that'd be pretty awesome. But just seeing how this plays in a draft setting, I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, found some interesting cards, some interesting synergies you're thinking of, and we will catch you in a future video. Do remember to hit like and subscribe, and let me know if you like this new setup and layout. I'm curious what you think. Anyways, have a great day.